Today I'll be showing y'all how to do the muscle up. And I know that there's already a lot of content on YouTube with how-to videos on how to do the muscle up, but I've been getting my own comments on my videos, people asking me to do my own, so here you guys go. But before you guys even get started trying to do the muscle up, I'd recommend that you have the strength needed to be able to perform it. So for that, I'd recommend being able to do at least 10 pull-ups chest to bar, being able to do 10 dips on a straight bar. And this isn't really required, but it would be helpful to be able to hold an L-sit on a pull-up bar for at least 5 seconds. So that way you have the core strength and you know how to control your body, which is very vital in being able to do the muscle up in of itself. All right, so for a few tips on the technique, the first thing that you want to make sure that you do is you want to have your wrist wrapped over the bar in a false grip, and you also want to have your thumbs over top of the bar. And that's because when you go from the pull-up motion into the dip motion, it'll already be in a position to where it'll be a lot more fluid and you'll be able to push up right away, and you won't even have to worry about moving your wrist as you go up. So that's the first thing that's very important that you want to be conscious of. And the second tip is to make sure that when you get onto the bar and you're already in a false grip, to have a swing with your body, but not too much of a swing to where you lose control. You want to have a controlled swing and a sway in your body. And then right when you get to the top of your swing, that's when you pull up. But if you pull up straight up towards the bar as if you're doing a pull-up, then you're not going to be able to go into the dip motion. So what you have to do is when you're at the top of your swing, you want to pull kind of in an arc motion so that you can kind of wrap your body over the bar and get your chest over the bar specifically. So my first month or two doing muscle ups, it was not pretty at all, and I had to use a lot of kipping motions to be able to get myself up there. And it's very hard to be able to do a strict muscle up your first time doing it, or even your first 20 or 30 times doing it. But if you want to make your muscle up better, and if you want to be able to get strict form, then I would do these 3 exercises on a regular basis. All right, the first exercise that you guys should be doing is assisted muscle ups with a resistance band. And these are great because they really target your form. And how it works is you put your feet through a resistance band and it forces you to keep your legs straight the whole time. So it's really good at being able to learn how to do it strict. And the best way to start doing it is by using a very thick band at first. And then as you guys get better, you can use a lighter and a lighter band until you're able to do it without a band at all. And that's a really good way to work on your form and your technique, but also it can build up strength too. All right, and the second exercise is being able to do explosive high pull-ups. So you're gonna go into it as if you're about to do a muscle up, to where you're gonna have your hands over top of the bar in a false grip, and you're gonna have a swing. So you're essentially practicing the first part of the movement to try to pull up as high as possible and try to focus on pulling up in that arc form that might feel a bit unnatural at first, and it's going to really help you get that entire technique down. All right, and the last exercise that y'all should be doing are negative muscle ups. And that's when you start at the very top of the movement and then you slowly work your way down while being fully controlled the entire way. When it comes to learning the eccentric portion of any movement, it's very beneficial to learn it that way because it'll automatically translate to you being able to do it the regular way as well. When it comes to adding these into your routine, I would try to incorporate them at least twice a week. And for each exercise, I would do them 3 to 4 sets and do the max amount of reps that you can for each. When it comes to the assisted muscle ups, I would start with a heavier band and then get lighter and lighter as you get better. And then, like I said, eventually you'll be able to do it without a band at all. But if you incorporate these at least twice a week into your training, I guarantee you'll get better and you'll be able to do a muscle up a lot easier and with a lot better form within a month or two. And you won't even have to use a kip anymore and you'll be a lot happier with it. All right guys, that about wraps it up. Hope you guys took something away from it, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.